You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for October 6th through the 17th. We're going to talk about Cat playing dirty and Jennifer exploding. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's dive right in. On Monday, October 6th, we've got Cat and Rafe putting their heads together. They are plotting to get the dirt they need on EJ for the ISA. And Gwen mentioning that she was trapped behind this high security door, which really doesn't belong in a construction area for a free clinic, has both Cat and Rafe really curious, and they feel like they're finally on to something. Thomas confronts his daddy, Chad, about lying to him not only about dating Cat, but about the fact that this woman pretended to be his dead mom, Abigail. Kayla has some advice for Jennifer. She is back in town with Jack, and Jen is covering the Doctor Tom Horton free clinic launch. So the advice may be about not making such a big deal out about Cat and Chad getting closer. You know, while the Deveraux have been gone, Cat has been changing people's minds about her slowly but steadily. Stephanie is absolutely stunned to see her toxic ex, Jeremy, at her door. He's got flowers in hand and a smile on her face. And he tells Stephanie that the man who was cruel to her is not who he really is. Now he's a 5th grade teacher. He seems perfectly nice. He's handsome as always. And Jeremy insists that he was in a bad place when that happened. You know, when he held Stephanie's head underwater in a hot tub. Not cool. Tuesday, October 7th, Sophia manages to fool Tate yet again. And Sophia may lie and say that she never told Holly they slept together when she most certainly did. Sophia may even try and blame it on Ari making assumptions when she left Tate's dorm room. Plus, Holly sees Sophia with her hands on Tate looking through the Brady pub windows, and that's it. She's kind of done. Chanel and Johnny brainstorm about the dirty text he got from Holly, and I wonder if these two are going to confront her soon, because she's obviously going to say it wasn't me and that she lost her phone and nearly died in a fire. Brady tells Sarah his theory. He says there was no DNA match between Tate and Tesoro, and Brady says the baby is not Tate and Sophia's. So I wonder if it dawns on Brady, maybe it is Sophia's baby, but just not Tate's baby. And Sarah may nudge Brady to keep digging until he gets answers or closure or both. JJ really opens up to Jada, not only about shooting Theo years ago, but about JJ's recent blackout confrontation with Theo the night that there were apparently looters in Salem, although I didn't see a one, nor did I see any property damage. That's kind of, I think, them cheaping out on the set work. They didn't want to pay for broken stuff. Plus, Ari is trying real hard to make Holly feel better. She's upset about her split with Tate, and of course the fire and the fallout on them from the university. And I wonder if Holly at this point, when she's talking to Ari, has any idea about dirty texts that Johnny got that were allegedly sent from her. On Wednesday, October 8th, we've got Rafe sitting down with Johnny and Chanel, and they may be all able to help each other. If you remember, Rafe has that one letter from the birth mom that she sent to the firehouse. And then, of course, Johnny and Chanel heard about the letter from this social worker. I wonder if Rafe can get a look at that letter, and I wonder if they will come up with any clues about who Tesoro's birth mom may be by comparing notes, quite literally comparing these notes from the birth mother. Holly makes Ariana promise to keep a secret because Holly has decided to leave Salem. Just the big fire at the dorm and Tate and Sophia, and it's just too much for her. Tate really needs to talk to Holly, but if he wants to, he'd better hurry up before she leaves town. Sarah finally realizes something, and she may figure out that Tate is not Sophia's baby daddy, and we're going to see Sarah confront Sophia this week, and she warns her that the truth has a way of coming out. Tony has a showdown with Xander Phillip and Maggie on Wednesday, and Tony reassures somebody, possibly EJ, that he is going to get DiMera Enterprises back to the family, but the Kiriakis all tell Tony, fine, you can have DiMera, but you cannot have Titan. So I wonder to what lengths Maggie is going to go to save her late husband, Victor Kiriakis' legacy. Thursday, October 9th, Thomas has a big ask, and he may be telling his dad, Chad, that he wants him to dump Cat. I mean, why would Thomas's dad date the lady who faked being his dead mom, Abigail? That's a lot for a kid to think about. So Chad is ready to tell Jennifer and Jack that he's dating Cat, but then Thomas goes ahead and beats him to the punch and blurts it out to his grandparents. That blows up the house. In particular, Jennifer is on fire about this. And then Chad has to tell Kat some difficult news. So I wonder if he's going to tell her first that Thomas doesn't want them seeing each other. And he may tell her that Thomas outed them and just how bad things are at the Horton house right now. It is Melissa Reeves' 40th anniversary on Days on Thursday, October 9th. Her first air date was back in 1985 on October 9th. Julie and Jack are reminiscing with Jennifer about her past in Salem. And then, of course, boom, we have the whole Cat and Chad thing as well. JJ, meanwhile, is extremely troubled and stressed, and I wonder if he's considering turning in his badge because of his ongoing issues with Theo. Friday, October 10th, Chanel, Johnny, and Brady get together and they compare notes. So Holly was passed out, which Brady knows because he carried her out of the dorm room. So the timing means she could not have sent Johnny that text. So Johnny and Brady and Chanel are wondering who has an agenda to mess up the adoption, to target Johnny. And I wonder if they're going to figure out that the math points to Sophia and her being totally unhinged. Holly gets busy planning her trip out of Salem. She thinks Sophia and Tate are a thing now. She's decided to leave town for good, she says, and she may be heading to Paris to be with her mom and Eric and little Jude. Plus, Salem U is really mad, and they have, may have some consequences there. So Holly may think that running is the best thing to do. Ari updates Tate, and I wonder if Ari's going to cave and tell him that Holly is leaving town. Plus, Sarah opens up to Kayla on Friday, and it could be about rekindling with Xander or the Sophia stuff. Javi and Leo are worried about little Tesoro, and they run into Johnny and Chanel in town, and they see how upset they are, and they may tell them that the birth mother has said some insane things about them. The week of October 13th through the 17th, Rafe and Kat are cooking up a plan. They need to expose what EJ's doing and stop him in his tracks. This is more than just finding out where he got the money for the hospital. So I do wonder if Kat's going to leverage her friendship with Gwen to get what the ISA needs. Stephanie is probably going to play nice enough to Jeremy's face, but I doubt that Stephanie believes that Jeremy is a changed man, and she may worry about retaliation for her book. She doesn't know if he's seen it, but I think we all know he has. Sophia may snap soon because all her lies are about to crash down, and I wonder if she's going to throw Melinda Trask under the bus, who is, of course, her only ally and her partner in crime. I do suspect Sophia might do one last crazy end game thing before it all comes out. EJ is increasingly frustrated with Gwen, and Leo is now looking into Gwen's involvement with EJ. Plus, JJ wants to do the right thing, but he has to live his own life, so this issue with Theo has him at a crossroads.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.